The Sydney Olympic Park route will link the Sydney CBD and Sydney Olympic Park at Homebush Bay, where 19 Olympic sports will be contested. It'll also service Darling Harbour, the second biggest Olympic competition precinct, and the Ryde Aquatic Leisure Centre at Ryde. 4 bridges feature on the route. These are the Anzac Bridge, Iron Cove Bridge, Gladesville Bridge and the Ryde Bridge. George Street becomes a common exit onto the Western Distributor. Drive along George Street, turn west into Market Street. Market Street's easily identified by the monorail which runs along it. Cross over the lights at York Street. Cross over Clarence Street, where you'll pass under the monorail again. Drive through the lights at Kent Street. And finally Sussex Street. You're now on the Western Distributor. Drive through the tunnels. If you're driving out at night, the beginning of the Western Distributor looks like this. Move into the left lane after the tunnels. The Western Distributor branches off in 2 directions. You'll need to take the left-hand on-ramp and follow the signs for Pyrmont and Parramatta. However, if you were going to Darling Harbour, the right-hand ramp is the one you'd take. The Western Distributor is elevated. You'll notice Darling Harbour on your right and the Sydney Convention Centre on your left. The elevated road now bears around to the right. Travel straight on. Past the exit for the Sydney Fish Markets and Star City. You're going to Sydney Olympic Park. The Anzac Bridge is in front of you. You're now travelling across the Anzac Bridge. Formerly known as the Glebe Island Bridge, the Anzac Bridge is the newest of Sydney's major bridges. It was opened in December 1995. If you were driving out to Sydney Olympic Park at night, the Anzac Bridge looks like this. As you come off the bridge, you'll notice the colourful wheat silos on your right. Make sure you stay in the right-hand lanes because at the next set of lights you come to, you're going to be turning right onto Victoria Road. As a point of interest, it's also at this intersection that the Glebe Homebush Bay Regional Bus Route joins Victoria Road. Keep following the signs for Ryde and Parramatta. Turn right onto Victoria Road and travel straight on. You'll notice from the map that you're going to stay on Victoria Road for quite a while, approximately 10 kilometres, until you get to Church Street Ryde, which is the turn-off to Sydney Olympic Park. Drive past the Balmain Leagues Club on your left. Continue straight on to the Iron Cove Bridge. As you cross the Iron Cove Bridge, you'll notice the Birkenhead Point Shopping Centre and Marina on your right. It's a typical Sydney water view. At night, Iron Cove Bridge looks like this. Once off the bridge, you're in the suburb of Drummoyne. Here, Victoria Road is characterised by shops and businesses on either side of the road. After Lyons Road, you'll notice a McDonald's on your left. You're now approaching the Gladesville Bridge. The first Gladesville Bridge was opened in 1881, and this bridge replaced it in 1964. At night time, the Gladesville Bridge looks like this. While you're on the bridge, move into the left-hand lanes because as you come off it, you're going to bear left towards Ryde and Parramatta. You'll notice in front of you that the road goes off in two directions. To the left is Victoria Road and straight ahead is Burns Bay Road. Stay on Victoria Road and bear left. Follow the signs to Ryde and Parramatta. You're now in the suburb of Gladesville. Keep travelling straight ahead on Victoria Road. After Crown Street, you'll notice the old Gladesville Hospital on your left. Built in 1838, the Gladesville Hospital was first known as Tarban Creek Asylum for the mentally insane. Once again, Victoria Road is characterised by shops and businesses on both sides of the road. On the corner of Victoria Road and Pittwater Road, you'll see a small church on your right. Pass a large grey office complex on your left. You're getting close to the Ryde Aquatic Leisure Centre, the other Olympic venue on this route. If you are going to the Ryde Aquatic Centre, the venue access road is on your left. We're going to Sydney Olympic Park. Keep travelling straight on Victoria Road. Your next major landmark are some car yards on your right. Then you'll come to Blaxland Road on your right. Stay on Victoria Road and pass through this intersection. Make sure you're in the left-hand lane after passing through the Blaxland Road intersection, because soon you'll be making a left-hand turn into Church Street. Victoria Road now veers around to the right before you reach a major intersection of Victoria Road and Church Street to the left and Devlin Street to the right. Prepare to turn left. This is where you leave Victoria Road and head directly south towards Homebush Bay. Follow the signs for Homebush Bay. You'll see Sydney Olympic Park in front of you in the distance. You'll also notice a sign for Homebush Bay, Strathfield and Hurstville. Keep travelling downhill on Church Street towards the Ryde Bridge. cross the Parramatta River via the Ryde Bridge. On the other side of the bridge, Church Street becomes Concord Road. You'll drive past Brays Bay Reserve on your left. Soon after the reserve, the road divides. You need to veer right. Get in the right-hand lanes ready to veer right at the traffic lights down Homebush Bay Drive. Follow the signs down Homebush Bay Drive to Homebush Bay, Parramatta and Hurstville. When you see Sydney Olympic Park on your right, look for the direction signs for Olympic family cars and buses. To recap, to leave the Sydney CBD via George Street, turn west onto Market Street. Drive straight down Market Street, across York, Clarence, Kent and Sussex Streets onto the Western Distributor. Veer left onto the Western Distributor and follow the signs for Parramatta. On this journey you're going to cross 4 bridges. The first is the Anzac Bridge. Turn right onto Victoria Road and travel in a northwesterly direction for about 10 kilometres until you come to Church Street Ryde. On this part of the route, you'll cross the Iron Cove Bridge and the Gladesville Bridge. After the Gladesville Bridge, Victoria Road bears around to the left. Follow Victoria Road through the shops and businesses at Gladesville. Pass the Ryde Aquatic Leisure Centre on your left. Shortly after this, you'll come to the major intersection at Church Street. Turn left. Cross the 4th bridge, which is the Ryde Bridge. After the Ryde Bridge, Church Street becomes Concord Road. From Concord Road, veer right onto Homebush Bay Drive. Travel straight along Homebush Bay Drive to Sydney Olympic Park. The return Sydney Olympic Park route links Sydney Olympic Park at Homebush Bay with the Sydney CBD. The route features 4 bridges and a grand entrance to the Sydney Business District via the Western Distributor. It will also service Darling Harbour, the second biggest Olympic competition precinct, and the Ryde Aquatic Leisure Centre at Ryde. Once on Homebush Bay Drive, you'll be heading north towards Ryde. Sydney Olympic Park is on your left. Drive straight on. At the end of Homebush Bay Drive, you'll come to a set of traffic lights. This is where Concord Road joins from the right. Keep driving straight on. This is what the intersection of Homebush Bay Road and Concord Road looks like at night. Homebush Bay Drive ends at these lights and becomes Concord Road on the other side. You continue straight on. Head downhill towards Ryde Bridge and the Parramatta River. On your right is Brays Bay Reserve. Drive over the Parramatta River via the Ryde Bridge. This is what Ryde Bridge looks like at night. On the other side of the bridge, Concord Road becomes Church Street. You're now going to travel through 3 sets of lights before turning right at Victoria Road and heading for Sydney. However, stay in the left-hand lane as you travel up Church Street, because in order to access the Victoria Road on-ramp, you have to veer left to turn right. Follow the sign for Parramatta, Gladesville, Sydney, Victoria Road. Bear left, following the signs to Victoria Road. Turn right onto Victoria Road at the top of the ramp. You'll notice St Anne's Church on your left. The Victoria Road intersection looks like this at night time. You'll notice from the map that you'll be staying on Victoria Road for quite a while. About 10 kilometres of the total 18-kilometre journey to the CBD is actually on Victoria Road. As you drive down Victoria Road, you'll notice quite a few car yards on your left as you travel downhill. Keep driving straight on. The first major intersection on this part of Victoria Road is Blaxland Road, which joins Victoria Road from the left. Drive straight on through. Soon after, you'll start driving uphill again. Cross the intersection at Cressy Road. After this, you'll notice the Ryde Aquatic Leisure Centre on your right, another Olympic venue where the water polo competition is held. You're now in the suburb of Gladesville. On this part of the journey, Victoria Road Gladesville is characterised by shops and businesses on both sides of the road. Shortly after travelling through the Manning Road intersection, you'll notice the old Gladesville Hospital on your right. On your left is a new subdivision called Botanic Cove. Just after the intersection at Crown Street, you'll start seeing signs for Sydney. You're getting near the approach ramps for the Gladesville Bridge. Keep to the left and follow the signs for Sydney onto the Gladesville Bridge. Gladesville Bridge is the second bridge on the route. At night, the Gladesville Bridge looks like this. Once off the bridge, you'll notice a service station on your right-hand side. Continue straight on. You're still on Victoria Road, and you're now in the suburb of Drummoyne. At the top of the hill, you'll pass through an intersection at Lyons Road. Keep travelling straight on. The suburb of Drummoyne is also characterised by shops and businesses on both sides of the road. This is what Victoria Road, Drummoyne looks like at night. You're now approaching the Iron Cove Bridge, the third bridge on the route. On your left is the Birkenhead Marina and Shopping Centre. On your right is Iron Cove. The Iron Cove Bridge looks like this at night. You're now in the suburb of Rozelle. Once you're off the bridge, keep travelling straight on. You're now headed uphill towards an intersection at Darling Street. You'll notice the Bridge Hotel on your left, a well-known Sydney music venue. And the Balmain Leagues Club on your right. Keep travelling straight on. Cross straight over the Darling Street intersection and travel down the hill. Once you've crossed the intersection at Robert Street, make sure you're in the left-hand lane, because shortly you're going to be turning left. You'll notice a sign for Piermont in the city. Drive under the footbridge At the intersection, turn left. Follow the signs to Piermont and the city. You're heading for the Anzac Bridge, the last bridge on the route. Straight ahead of you are the grain silos and the Anzac Bridge. This is what the bridge looks like at night. Once you're on the bridge, you're driving on the Western Distributor. After the Anzac Bridge, the Western Distributor is an elevated section of roadway. You'll notice that the sign to the city and the harbour bridge indicates travelling straight on. However, if you are going to the Darling Harbour Olympic Precinct, this is where you'd exit to the left. Next, you'll see a sign for the city centre and the eastern suburbs. That's the direction you need to go in. You need to get into the right-hand lane because the exit comes up quickly. Be prepared and ready for it. From the right-hand lanes, take this ramp down off the elevated section of the Western Distributor and into the CBD. You're passing over Darling Harbour, the second largest Olympic precinct after Sydney Olympic Park. You'll notice the IMAX Theatre on your left. This is the same view at night. Come off the Western Distributor and cross over the double set of lights at Harbour Street. You're now on Bathurst Street. Cross over the lights at Day Street and at Sussex Street, drive through the lights at Kent Street. Turn left or right into George Street. George Street is the central spine of the CBD. From here, you can reach any number of locations in the Sydney CBD. To recap the journey, once on Homebush Bay Drive, travel north towards Ryde. Homebush Bay Drive becomes Concord Road. Cross the first bridge on your journey, the Ryde Bridge, and travel uphill on Church Street to Victoria Road. Veer left up the ramp to turn right onto Victoria Road. Keep travelling along Victoria Road heading towards Sydney. You'll drive over the Gladesville Bridge and the Iron Cove Bridge. Turn left after the pedestrian footbridge and head for the fourth bridge, the Anzac Bridge. Travel over the Anzac Bridge and follow the signs on the Western Distributor for the city centre and George Street.
The City Airport route is one of two serving Sydney's Kingsford Smith Airport. It will facilitate Sydney arrivals and departures for visitors staying in the city. The main feature of the journey is the new Eastern Distributor. As you will be picking up from a number of locations, George Street acts as a central access corridor in the CBD. After turning from George Street into Bridge Street, drive east up the hill to the fourth set of lights at Phillip Street and turn right. Drive straight along Phillip Street to the next set of lights at Bent Street. Turn left into Bent Street. Drive along Bent Street and through the next set of lights at Bent Street and Macquarie Street. At this intersection, you'll notice the State Library of New South Wales to your right. Drive straight over the Macquarie Street intersection onto Shakespeare Place. You're heading for the Cahill Expressway. The Botanic Gardens are on your left. As you leave Shakespeare Place, you need to get into the right-hand lanes and take the signs for the airport, the eastern suburbs and Wollongong. You're now driving on the Cahill Expressway. At night, Shakespeare Place and the Cahill Expressway look like this. Drive under Art Gallery Road. The Art Gallery of New South Wales is on your right. You're now approaching the Eastern Distributor. The first part of your journey along the Eastern Distributor involves driving through a tunnel under Taylor Square. In total, the Eastern Distributor runs for 6 kilometres to Southern Cross Drive, South Sydney. You are now on Southern Cross Drive, a dual carriageway road leading to the airport. As you head south, you'll notice the Lakes Golf Club on your left. Make sure you're in the right-hand lane because you'll be staying on Southern Cross Drive but veering right soon. Veer right and follow the signs for Wollongong and the airport. Soon you'll notice a sign for the airport and Botany via the Botany Road exit. When you see the sign, make sure you move into the right-hand lane and prepare to exit Southern Cross Drive via the Botany Road exit. Slow right down as you drive onto the exit road because you'll be coming up to an intersection with traffic lights pretty quickly. Prepare to stop. At night, the Botany Road exit looks like this. Cross over Botany Road and follow the signs to the airport. On the other side of the intersection, the road becomes Mill Pond Road. Prepare for a right-hand turn at the next set of lights onto General Holmes Drive. You can see the east-west runway in front of you. Follow the sign for the airport and Mascot. Drive straight down General Holmes Drive. The airport's on your left. After the next set of lights, the road becomes Joyce Drive. You'll see signs for both the domestic and international terminals. To get to the domestic terminals from the city, turn left from Joyce Drive onto Sir Reginald Ansett Drive at the lights. Keep driving on Sir Reginald Ansett Drive and follow the signs. For arrivals, you need to be in the left-hand lanes. For departures, you need to be in the right-hand lanes up the ramp. Olympic family cars and buses will drop off their departing passengers at the relevant domestic terminal. When picking up arriving passengers from the domestic or international terminals, Olympic family buses drive to a holding area, which is a left turn off Sir Reginald Ansett Drive into 7th Street at the domestic terminal. Drivers will receive their instructions at the holding area. Olympic family cars due to pick up from the international or domestic terminals drive to a separate holding area of the domestic terminal and receive their instructions from there. To get to the international terminal from the city, carry straight on through the intersection at Sir Reginald Ansett Drive. On your right are some airport hotels. Once you are through this intersection, Joyce Drive becomes Qantas Drive. Cross over the next set of lights and drive straight on. You'll notice the jet base on your left and the flight catering centre in front of you. Stay on Qantas Drive. Cross the lights at the entrance to the jet base and continue straight on. The airport's on your left. You'll also notice from the map that Qantas Drive has become Airport Drive. You'll see signs for the international terminal. Drive through the lights at Link Road. Stay in the left lanes and follow the signs for arrivals and departures. Olympic family cars and buses will drop off their departing passengers at the international terminal. As previously mentioned, when picking up arriving passengers from the domestic or international terminals, Olympic family cars and buses drive to their holding areas at the domestic terminal and receive their instructions from there. To recap the journey, leave the city via the Cahill Expressway. At Woolloomooloo, enter the Eastern Distributor Tunnel and travel south on the Eastern Distributor to South Sydney. The Eastern Distributor feeds directly onto Southern Cross Drive. Continue on Southern Cross Drive to the Botany Road exit. Exit Southern Cross Drive onto Mill Pond Road and turn right onto General Holmes Drive. Continue down General Holmes Drive, which becomes Joyce Drive. To access the domestic terminals, turn left at Sir Reginald Ansett Drive. To access the international terminals, drive straight over the intersection at Sir Reginald Ansett Drive and Joyce Drive. Joyce Drive becomes Qantas Drive and then Airport Drive. Continue straight on and follow the signs for the international terminal. The City Airport route is one of two serving Sydney's Kingsford Smith Airport. It will facilitate Sydney arrivals and departures for visitors staying in the city hotels. The main feature of the journey is the new Eastern Distributor. Leave the international terminal via Airport Drive. The airport itself will be on your right as you travel down Airport Drive. You are heading towards the city. Airport Drive becomes Qantas Drive. Continue straight on through the traffic lights at the entrance to the jet base. On your left will be a number of airport hotels. Almost immediately, you'll approach the lights at the intersection of O'Riordan Street to the left and Sir Reginald Ansett Drive to the right. Drive straight on over this intersection and head for the city. Qantas Drive now becomes Joyce Drive. To return to the city from the domestic terminals, drive along Sir Reginald Ansett Drive and follow the signs for the city. As you approach the traffic lights at the intersection of Sir Reginald Ansett Drive and Joyce Drive, prepare to turn right into Joyce Drive. The journey back to the city from this point is common to both the international and domestic terminals. Continue straight on over the next set of lights, where Joyce Drive becomes General Holmes Drive. The airport is still on your right. After the lights, make sure you are in the left-hand lane. Prepare for a left-hand turn at the next set of lights heading for Southern Cross Drive. Follow the signs for the city. Turn left onto Mill Pond Road. Go through the next set of lights at Botany Road and follow the signs for the city. Cross over Botany Road and drive straight ahead along the access road to Southern Cross Drive. You are now on Southern Cross Drive, heading for the city. You'll pass the Lakes Golf Club, this time on your right. Keep driving along Southern Cross Drive, heading for the city. As you approach the end of Southern Cross Drive, you'll notice signs to the city and Randwick. Drive straight on, heading for the city. At the end of Southern Cross Drive, you'll reach the Eastern Distributor. You'll be staying on the Eastern Distributor for the next 6 kilometres of your journey. The last part of which is through a tunnel under Taylor Square to the exit point at Woolloomooloo near the New South Wales Art Gallery. Exit the Eastern Distributor onto the Cahill Expressway. Get into the left-hand lane. Drive a short distance along the Cahill Expressway, past the Domain Park. Take the exit signs to the city via Shakespeare Place. George Street is the central spine of the CBD and facilitates easy access to any one of a number of locations in the city. To recap the journey, leave the International Terminal via Airport Drive. Airport Drive becomes Qantas Drive. Follow Qantas Drive around to the intersection of Qantas Drive, O'Riordan Street and Sir Reginald Ansett Drive. Travel through the intersection where the road now becomes Joyce Drive. To leave the domestic terminal, turn right from Sir Reginald Ansett Drive onto Joyce Drive, which then becomes General Holmes Drive. Turn left heading for Southern Cross Drive. Cross straight over Botany Road onto Southern Cross Drive. Continue down Southern Cross Drive to the Eastern Distributor. Part of the Eastern Distributor is through a tunnel under Taylor Square. Exit the Eastern Distributor onto the Cahill Expressway. Drive the short distance on the Cahill Expressway and then bear left onto Shakespeare Place and the Central Business District to George Street.
The Village Airport route takes Olympic family members from the Olympic Village for departure from Sydney Kingsford Smith Airport. On leaving the Olympic Village Transport Mall, turn right onto Hill Road and travel towards Parramatta Road. This is an example of the signs you'll see on the route during games time. Drive under the M4 motorway and travel straight onto Parramatta Road. Don't go on the M4 motorway. Prepare for a left-hand turn onto Parramatta Road. Turn left and drive straight along Parramatta Road towards the city. You'll now be running parallel to the M4 motorway on your left. Travel through the lights at Burnie Avenue. Drive under two railway bridges. After the bridges, prepare for a right-hand turn at Centenary Drive. You'll see in front of you the Centenary Drive flyover. You're going to turn right at the lights under the flyover and drive up the on-ramp onto Centenary Drive. You'll notice a sign for the Sydney Markets in Hurstville. Turn right and drive up the ramp to Centenary Drive. At night time, the turn-off and ramp onto Centenary Drive looks like this. On your left, you'll notice the Sydney Markets. Keep driving up the ramp. Veer right and follow the signs to Centenary Drive, Hurstville and Liverpool. Once on Centenary Drive, you'll cross over the railway line. Then a major intersection at Arthur Street. Drive straight on. You'll notice golf courses on both sides of the road. Drive through the lights at Waroona Road, which is the entrance to Rookwood Cemetery. You drive straight on. It's not time to go there yet. Shortly after this intersection, Centenary Drive becomes an elevated road as it crosses the Hume Highway. You'll notice a large factory and then railway yards on your left. On the other side of the flyover, Centenary Drive becomes Roberts Road. You continue straight on. You'll notice a service station and a restaurant on your right. The next intersection you'll cross is Juno Parade. Continue straight on. You'll remain on this road for another 5 kilometres. The road changes name several times, from Roberts Road to Wiley Avenue to King George's Road. As a point of interest, a spectator route also uses this road. You're now entering the suburb of Beverly Hills. Drive over the railway line. As you drive through the shops, prepare for a left-hand turn at the next major intersection. You're about to leave King George's Road and head east towards the airport on Stony Creek Road. Turn left at Stony Creek Road and drive under the pedestrian footbridge. Continue straight on. At night, the Stony Creek Road intersection looks like this. Travel straight along Stony Creek Road for approximately 4 kilometres until you come to Forest Road. You'll notice the Bexley Golf Club on your right. Continue straight on. Pass Bexley Park on your right. After the park, prepare for a left-hand turn at the T-junction at Forest Road. You're going to turn left at the T-junction and follow the signs for the airport, Rockdale and Arncliffe. At night, the T-junction looks like this. Drive past the shops and follow the signs over the intersection at Bexley Road for Arncliffe, Sydney and the airport. Continue down Forest Road. Pass under the pedestrian footbridge outside the Bexley Public School. Forest Road now bears around to the right and divides. You need to stay on Forest Road. You're now in the suburb of Arncliffe. Cross over the railway line and drive onto the intersection at the Princes Highway. You need to cross over this intersection and follow the signs to the airport. Once over the highway, Forest Road becomes Wickham Street. The next two turnings happen very quickly, so be prepared for them. Turn left from Wickham Street into West Botany Street and follow the signs for the airport. Immediately prepare to follow the road when it turns right into Marsh Street. Turn right and travel straight along Marsh Street. You'll notice a large hotel on your left and yet another golf club on your right. Travel straight on and follow the signs to the airport which is in front of you. Cross the Cooks River and drive to either the international or the domestic terminals. If you're going to the international terminal, veer right. If you're going to the domestic terminals, veer left once you've crossed the Cooks River and follow the signs to the domestic terminals via Airport Drive, Qantas Drive and Sir Reginald Ansett Drive. To recap the journey, leave the Olympic Village and turn right onto Hill Road. Travel along Hill Road under the M4 motorway to Parramatta Road. Turn left onto Parramatta Road. Drive along Parramatta Road until you come to Centenary Drive. Turn right onto Centenary Drive. Travel south along Centenary Drive, which becomes Roberts Road, Wiley Avenue and King George's Road until you come to the suburb of Beverly Hills. Turn left at the Stony Creek Road major intersection. Drive along Stony Creek Road to Forest Road. Turn left onto Forest Road. and continue along Forest Road through a major intersection at the Princes Highway. Cross over the Princes Highway. Travel a short distance down Wickham Street. Turn left into West Botany Street and turn right into Marsh Street. Continue straight on, over the Cooks River to either the International Terminal or bear left and follow Airport Drive, Qantas Drive and Sir Reginald Ansett Drive to the domestic terminals. The Village Airport return route takes Olympic family members from Kingsford Smith Airport to the Olympic Village. To drive to Sydney Olympic Park from the International Terminal, leave the airport and veer left following the signs to Rockdale and Wollongong. Cross over the Cooks River. If you're coming from the domestic terminals, turn left at the intersection of Sir Reginald Ansett Drive and Qantas Drive and follow Qantas Drive and Airport Drive around, past the International Terminal and cross the Cooks River. In front of you is a high-rise airport hotel. Once over the river, the road becomes Marsh Street. Continue straight on. The Cogra Golf Club will be on your left. Prepare for a left-hand turn at the end of Marsh Street into West Botany Street. In fact, your next two turns happen very quickly, so be prepared for them. Turn left into West Botany Street. And immediately turn right into Wickham Street at the next set of lights. Follow the sign for Rockdale and Hurstville. Travel straight along Wickham Street towards the intersection at Princes Highway. Cross over the Princes Highway. Wickham Street now becomes Forest Road. Continue straight on. After a while, Forest Road bears around to the left and passes under a pedestrian footbridge. Follow the signs for Hurstville and Beverly Hills. Drive straight through a major intersection. Prepare to make a right-hand turn at the next set of lights onto Stony Creek Road. Turn right onto Stony Creek Road. You'll notice a sign for Stony Creek Road, Beverly Hills and Menai. As you drive down Stony Creek Road, you'll pass Bexley Park on your left. A little further on, you'll notice Bexley Park Golf Club, also on your left. Continue driving along Stony Creek Road to a major intersection. Before the intersection, you'll see a sign for the M5 motorway, Liverpool and Campbelltown. Prepare for a right-hand turn, because at the intersection, you're going to turn right onto King George's Road and head north towards Sydney Olympic Park and Homebush Bay. Turn right onto King George's Road. You are now in the suburb of Beverly Hills. At night, the King George's Road intersection looks like this. You'll be travelling along King George's Road for the next 5 kilometres. In this time, the road will change names 3 times, from King George's Road to Wiley Avenue to Roberts Road. Continue driving straight on. It's interesting to note that the spectator route from Miranda also uses this road. After the Juno Parade intersection, Roberts Road becomes an elevated road as it crosses the Hume Highway. As a point of interest, this is where the Media Village airport service buses will leave this route for the Media Village. You'll notice a large factory on your right. At night, the flyover looks like this. On the other side of the flyover, Roberts Road becomes Centenary Drive. As you leave the flyover, you'll notice the Strathfield Golf Club on the right. Drive through the lights at Waroona Road. You'll notice a sign on the corner to Rookwood Cemetery. Continue straight on through this intersection. Follow the signs for Homebush Bay and Sydney Markets. You'll notice the Hudson Street Public Golf Course on your right. Cross over the railway line and prepare to bear left off Centenary Drive onto Marlborough Road. Marlborough Road is your off-ramp to Parramatta Road. Follow the sign for Parramatta Road. Prepare for a left-hand turn at the bottom of Marlborough Road. You're going to turn left from Marlborough Road onto Parramatta Road. Drive under 2 bridges and continue straight on. Drive through the lights at Burnie Avenue. You're travelling parallel to the M4 motorway on your right. After the Burnie Avenue intersection, prepare to turn right at the next set of lights, which is Hill Road. Turn right onto Hill Road. Pass under the M4 motorway and continue straight on down Hill Road. Turn left to the Olympic Village Transport Mall or continue along Hill Road to other venues in Sydney Olympic Park. To recap the journey, leave the airport via the Cooks River Bridge. Travel along Marsh Street. Turn left into West Botany Street and hard right into Wickham Street. Cross the Princes Highway and continue straight on Forest Road. Turn right from Forest Road onto Stony Creek Road. Continue down Stony Creek Road until you come to the major intersection at King George's Road. Turn right onto King George's Road and continue straight on, travelling north towards Sydney Olympic Park. King George's Road becomes Wiley Avenue, then Roberts Road and Centenary Drive. Cross over the Hume Highway via the Centenary Drive flyover. Bear left off the flyover onto Marlborough Road. Turn left off Marlborough Road onto Parramatta Road. Travel west on Parramatta Road until you come to Hill Road. Turn right onto Hill Road. Travel under the M4 motorway and continue on Hill Road to the Olympic Village Transport Mall or other venues at Sydney Olympic Park.
The Eastern Venues route runs from the Sydney CBD to the Sydney Football Stadium, road cycling course and the Beach Volleyball Centre. The route travels through Surrey Hills, Moore Park, Paddington, Woollahra, Bondi and Bondi Beach. As you'll be picking up from a number of locations in the city, George Street becomes a central entry and exit corridor in the CBD. Turn from George Street into Rawson Place and continue on through the Pitt Street intersection to Eddy Avenue. Continue driving along Eddy Avenue towards Elizabeth Street. Central Station is on your right. Pass under the railway line and turn left onto Elizabeth Street from the centre lane. As you turn into Elizabeth Street, move into the right-hand lane because you are going to make an immediate right-hand turn into Albion Street. Turn right into Albion Street. The Farama Hotel is on your left. You're now travelling uphill towards Flinders Street. You're going to cross 3 sets of lights on your journey up Albion Street to Flinders Street. After crossing the lights at Burke Street, make sure you're in the centre lanes because at the T-junction up ahead, you'll be turning right onto Flinders Street. Turn right onto Flinders Street. You'll see a sign for Anzac Parade and Randwick. Continue straight on. Cross the intersection of Flinders Street and South Dowling Street. After this intersection, make sure you're in one of the left-hand lanes. On your left is the Captain Cook Hotel. Pick up and drop off information for the Sydney Football Stadium. From the intersection, Olympic family cars travel straight ahead onto Anzac Parade. Turn left into Lang Road and left again into Driver Avenue to the pick-up and drop-off points outside the Sydney Cricket Ground. Buses turn left into Moore Park Road. Media buses turn right into Driver Avenue to the pick-up and drop-off point. Sponsor and athlete buses travel along Moore Park Road and turn right into Cook Road and travel back to the pick-up and drop-off point on Moore Park Road. Pick up and drop off information for the road cycling course. From the intersection, athlete buses drive straight ahead onto Anzac Parade and turn left into Lang Road to the pick-up and drop-off points near the entrance to the old showground. Olympic family cars and sponsor and media buses all turn left onto Moore Park Road. Media buses turn right after Driver Avenue to the pick-up and drop-off point. Olympic family cars and sponsor buses turn right into Cook Road and travel back onto Moore Park Road. Olympic family cars turn left into Paddington Lane for the pick-up and drop-off point. Sponsor buses drop off in Moore Park Road before Driver Avenue. If you are going to the Beach Volleyball Centre at Bondi Beach, turn left into Moore Park Road. You are now heading east along Moore Park Road towards Bondi Junction. On your right is the Sydney Football Stadium. On your left you will notice the Olympic Hotel, and on your right the old Sydney Showgrounds, now Fox Studios. Not long after the studios, you'll notice a set of traffic lights up ahead. It's the Gordon Street Cook Road intersection. Drive through to the next set of lights, which are only about 50 metres further on. You have now reached the intersection of Moore Park Road, Lang Road and Oxford Street. Drive straight through this intersection and veer right into Oxford Street. You'll notice a sign for Oxford Street, Bondi Junction. As you drive along Oxford Street, you'll notice Centennial Park on your right-hand side. In 1837, the park was the source of Sydney's first permanent water supply. In 1888, it was named Centennial Park to celebrate 100 years of European settlement in Australia. You're now approaching another intersection at Ocean Street. You'll notice a sign for Sid Einfeld Drive, Bondi Beach and Watsons Bay. Keep travelling straight on in that direction. You are now on Sid Einfeld Drive. Drive straight on. The Sid Einfeld Drive, a dual carriageway, is an elevated road. On your left, you'll notice Sydney Harbour. On your right, the Bondi Junction Shops and Business District. At the end of Sid Einfeld Drive, you're going to turn left at the lights. Prepare for a left-hand turn onto Old South Head Road. You'll notice a sign for Old South Head Road, Watsons Bay. Turn left at the lights onto Old South Head Road. Drive straight on along Old South Head Road. Drive through the intersection at Edgecliff Road. Once you're over this intersection, you'll notice that Old South Head Road veers around to the right. Follow Old South Head Road around to the right. The sign is for Watsons Bay. Drive downhill on Old South Head Road. You'll notice that the road is divided by a concrete safety barrier. Drive through 2 sets of traffic lights before reaching your next turn-off, which will be Curlewis Street on the right. After the O'Brien Street intersection, prepare for a right-hand turn at the next set of lights, which is Curlewis Street. You'll notice from the map that as soon as you've made the turn, the road divides. You need to take Blair Street, which is straight ahead of you. It happens quickly, so be prepared for it. Travel straight on along Blair Street to the very end. In front of you in the distance, you'll notice a large chimney stack. Drive straight ahead towards it. You'll also drive past a group of shops on the left, followed by a school. Go through the small roundabout and keep driving straight on. At the end of Blair Street, you'll come to a T-junction. Prepare to make a right-hand turn at the T-junction onto Military Road. Turn right onto Military Road and travel down the hill towards Bondi. On your left, you'll notice the Bondi Golf Club. Keep driving straight on. Your next landmark is another small group of shops. Drive straight ahead past the small group of shops. You'll notice a bus interchange in the middle of the road. In front of you is Bondi Beach. Military Road now becomes Campbell Parade. Drive down to the beach. Beach volleyball has a brief but exciting history. The sport emerged on the beaches of California in the 1920s and soon gained a huge following. The International Volleyball Federation recognized the game as an official discipline in 1986. 10 years later, beach volleyball made its Olympic debut at Atlanta, where Australia won bronze in the women's event. Keep travelling around the beach on Campbell Parade. Drive to the pickup and set down point as directed, and then make your return journey by turning left onto Campbell Parade. To make the return journey to the CBD, drive south along Campbell Parade, through the roundabout at the intersection of Queen Elizabeth Drive and Lamrock Avenue, and up the hill. Campbell Parade makes a sweeping turn to the right and becomes Bondi Road. Bondi Road is straight uphill and is characterised by shops and businesses on both sides of the road. Prepare for a right-hand turn at the lights at the top of the hill. Bondi Road veers sharply to the right here and heads downhill towards the city and the harbour. The sign says Bondi Road and the city. Turn right and head for the city. In front of you in the distance, you'll notice the Sydney Harbour Bridge. You'll also see a sign over the road for the Sid Einfeld Drive, Edgecliff and the city. Travel straight on in that direction. Drive over the Oxford Street, Old South Head Road intersection. You'll notice from the map that you have now completed a loop. You are now travelling along Sid Einfeld Drive once again. The city and the harbour is on your right, and the Bondi Junction Shops and Business District is on your left. As you near the end of the Sid Einfeld Drive, you'll notice a sign to the city, Harbour Bridge and Tunnel. Travel straight on. At the end of the Sid Einfeld Drive, you'll travel through the lights at York Road and Ocean Street. Keep travelling straight on. You're now on Oxford Street. Centennial Park will now be on your left. As you travel down Oxford Street beside the park, make sure you're in the middle lanes because at the next intersection you need to veer left down Moore Park Road. You'll notice from the map that Moore Park Road veers to the left. Follow the sign for Moore Park Road and Redfern. Travel through the Cooks Road lights. Drive past the Fox Studios and the Sydney Football Stadium on your left. If you're coming from the Sydney Football Stadium or the road cycling course, you would rejoin the route here. Cross over the lights at Driver Avenue. You're now approaching another intersection. You'll notice from the sign that Flinders Street is on the right, Anzac Parade is on the left, and South Dowling Street is straight ahead. Drive straight through the next two major intersections. After you have driven through these intersections, Moore Park Road becomes Fitzroy Street. Continue straight on. At the intersection of Burke Street, follow the road as it veers left. You are now on Foveaux Street. You are heading downhill now towards Elizabeth Street and Central Station. Keep travelling down the hill on Foveaux Street. At the intersection of Elizabeth Street and Foveaux Street, turn right. Then turn immediately left into Eddy Avenue under the Central Arch. Drive straight ahead to the T-junction at George Street. It's here that you turn left or right as necessary to access any number of locations in the CBD. To recap, leave the CBD via George Street and Eddy Avenue. Turn left from Eddy Avenue onto Elizabeth Street. Make an immediate right-hand turn from Elizabeth Street onto Albion Street. Drive up the hill on Albion Street, cross over Riley Street, Crown Street and Burke Street. Drive straight on until you come to the T-junction of Albion and Flinders Street. Turn right onto Flinders Street. Drive over South Dowling Street, turn left onto Moore Park Road or continue straight on for the access roads to the Sydney Football Stadium and the road cycling course. If you're going to the Beach Volleyball Centre, turn left at Moore Park Road and veer right onto Oxford. Drive straight onto Sid Einfeld Drive and keep going until you come to a set of lights at Old South Head Road. Turn left. Stay on Old South Head Road until you come to Curlewis Street. Turn right. After turning, drive straight along Blair Street. Keep going along Blair Street until you come to Military Road. Turn right onto Military Road. Travel down Military Road to Campbell Parade and the Beach Volleyball Centre. Begin the return journey back to the city by travelling south on Campbell Parade. Campbell Parade becomes Bondi Road. Keep driving straight on. At the lights at the top of Bondi Road, turn right and drive towards the city. You will see Sid Einfeld Drive ahead of you. Drive straight on. At the end of the elevated road, Sid Einfeld Drive becomes Oxford Street. Veer left onto Moore Park Road. Drive straight down Moore Park Road, past the Sydney Football Stadium, to the Flinders Street intersection. Drive across the Flinders Street intersection and the South Dowling Street intersection. Keep driving straight on. Moore Park Road becomes Fitzroy Street. Drive across Burke Street into Foveaux Street. Drive across Crown Street and Riley Street and keep going down the hill until you get to Elizabeth Street. Turn right onto Elizabeth Street and then an immediate left into Eddy Avenue under the Central Arch. Drive straight ahead to the T-junction at George Street. Use George Street as a central access street to any number of locations in the CBD.
The Western Venues route serves 3 competition venues in Sydney's west: the mountain bike course at Fairfield City Farm, the Sydney International Equestrian Centre at Horsley Park, and the Sydney International Shooting Centre Liverpool, located at Cecil Park. On leaving the Olympic Village, turn right onto Hill Road and travel towards the M4 motorway. This route is characterised by a lengthy journey along the M4 motorway to Walgrove Road, then on to any of the 3 venues. This is an example of the signs you'll see during games time. You'll pass under the M4 motorway at first and make a left-hand turn up the western on-ramp. The signs are for Parramatta and Penrith. Mountain bike originated in San Francisco, USA during the 1970s and made its Olympic debut at Atlanta in 1996. The Olympic program for mountain bike features a gruelling 2-hour, 30 to 50 kilometre course through the Australian bush, a course designed to give the greatest visual impact for spectators while presenting a physically and technically challenging test for the competitors. After the toll booths, continue heading west. You'll pass 5 major exit roads before reaching Walgrove Road, which is where we leave the M4 motorway for the western venues. After the Prospect Highway exit, you'll travel past a service facility on both sides of the M4 motorway. Followed shortly after by a large warehouse on your right. Keep heading west. It's after these landmarks that you should prepare for your exit left from the M4 motorway onto Walgrove Road. Prepare to bear left onto the Walgrove Road exit. You'll see signs to Wonderland Sydney and the Australian Wildlife Park. Walgrove Road is an important junction relating to a number of venues west of Homebush Bay. For example, if you left the M4 motorway at Walgrove Road and turned right at the top of the exit ramp, you'd be heading for the softball and baseball venues. Turning left at the top of the exit ramp, as you are going to do now, will take you to the mountain bike course, the Equestrian Centre and the Sydney International Shooting Centre. Wonderland Sydney is on your right-hand side. Look out for your first major landmark on your left, which is the entrance to the Eastern Creek Waste Management Centre. Then a brick display centre. You're now in the city of Fairfield. An electricity substation on your left is quickly followed by an intersection featuring a major roundabout. The signs are for Badgerys Creek, Fairfield and Horsley Park. If you went straight on through the roundabout, you'd be headed for the Equestrian Centre and the Shooting Centre. You're going to turn left onto the Horsley Drive, heading for Fairfield. As you turn left, you'll see a sign to Fairfield City Farm, where the mountain bike course is located. On the left, as you travel down the Horsley Drive, is a golf driving range. The first major intersection you will come to is Ferrers Road, with a sign to the Eastern Creek Raceway. Continue straight on through the intersection. The next intersection has a sign on the corner for a waste transfer station. Continue straight on until you come to a major roundabout. Look for a sign before the roundabout for Cow Pasture Road, Hoxton Park. Drive through the roundabout. Go through a small roundabout at Restwell Crescent and continue straight on. We're looking for Stockdale Crescent. Prepare for a right turn into Stockdale Crescent at the first set of lights. Follow the signs to City Farm. Prepare to turn right from Stockdale into Rooney Avenue. There's some shops on the corner. Make a left-hand turn into Darling Street. Travel about 100 metres and turn right at the sign for Fairfield City Farm. Cross a small culvert and drive into the car park. The map indicates the set-down and pick-up points for cars and buses. Exit from the car park is once again via Darling Street. The journey out to the Equestrian Centre along the M4 motorway to Wallgrove Road is identical to the mountain bikes. Bear left off the M4 motorway and prepare to turn left at the top of the ramp to go down Wallgrove Road. Wonderland Sydney is on your right-hand side. Look out for your first major landmark on your left, which is the entrance to the Eastern Creek Waste Management Centre. Then a brick display centre. You're now in the city of Fairfield. An electricity substation on your left is quickly followed by a major intersection featuring a large roundabout. The signs are for Badgerys Creek, Fairfield and Horsley Park. At the Horsley Drive roundabout, continue straight on. As you pass through the roundabout, you'll notice a sign on your left to the Western Sydney Regional Park and the Equestrian Centre. The equestrian disciplines are jumping, dressage and the 3-day event. Dressage is often described as horses performing ballet. Jumping consists of the horse and rider negotiating a series of specially designed obstacles. The 3-day event tests the versatility, obedience, jumping ability and endurance of the horse and rider. We won gold in the 3-day event at Barcelona and Atlanta. The sign on the right indicates the turn-off to the Equestrian Centre. The first entrance to the Equestrian Centre for Olympic family cars and buses is on your left, just beyond the crest of the hill. The second entrance is for Olympic spectator and sponsor vehicles. If you continued straight on, you'd be heading for the Sydney International Shooting Centre. The set-down and pick-up points for Olympic family cars and buses is via this venue access road. The journey out to the Sydney International Shooting Centre along the M4 motorway to Walgrove Road is identical to the journey for the mountain bike course and the equestrian centre. Bear left off the M4 motorway and prepare to turn left at the top of the ramp to go down Walgrove Road. Wonderland Sydney is on your right-hand side. Look out for your first major landmark on your left, which is the entrance to the Eastern Creek Waste Management Centre. Then, a brick display centre. You are now in the city of Fairfield. An electricity substation on your left is quickly followed by an intersection featuring a major roundabout. The signs are for Badgerys Creek, Fairfield and Horsley Park. At the Horsley Drive roundabout, continue straight on. As you pass through the roundabout, you'll notice a sign on your left to the Western Sydney Regional Park and the Equestrian Centre. Keep travelling straight on. The shooting centre is past these venues. There's a blue sign on the right just before the Equestrian Centre to Badgerys Creek, Liverpool and the Western Sydney Regional Park. Once over the crest of the hill, you'll pass the Equestrian Centre on the left. Followed by a turn-off to the Western Sydney Regional Park. Continue straight on. Shooting featured at the first modern Olympic Games in Athens in 1896 and has featured at all but 2 Olympic Games, St Louis 1904 and Amsterdam in 1928. Technological advancements in firearms have resulted in frequent changes to the competition. In Los Angeles in 1932, only 2 events were contested. By the Atlanta 1996 Olympic Games, the shooting program had expanded to include 15 gold medal events. At Atlanta in 1996, Australia won its first gold medal since 1900 in the men's trap. You're now approaching the intersection of Walgrove Road and Elizabeth Drive. Prepare to make a right-hand turn around the roundabout. Make a right-hand turn around the roundabout. And follow the signs to Alacia and Badgerys Creek. The turn-off to the shooting centre is only a few minutes' journey along Elizabeth Drive. The turn-off itself is on the left, halfway down a steep hill. Then turn left again into the venue access road. At this T-junction on the venue access road, turn left and drive around to the designated pick-up set-down point for Olympic family cars and buses on the other side of the main building. To recap these 3 journeys. Firstly, the mountain bike course. Leave the Olympic Village via Hill Road. Turn left up the on-ramp onto the M4 motorway and travel west. Once through the toll booths, you'll drive past 5 exits before reaching Walgrove Road. Exit the M4 motorway and turn left onto Walgrove Road. Continue down Walgrove Road until you come to the roundabout at the Horsley Drive. Turn left and follow the signs for Fairfield City Farm. Veer right off the Horsley Drive down Cowpasture Road. Turn right into Stockdale Crescent. Right into Rooney Avenue. Left into Darling Street. The entrance to the farm is the first turning on your right in Darling Street. For the Equestrian Centre, the route is the same up to the Horsley Drive roundabout. Continue straight on through the roundabout, up the hill to the Equestrian Centre, which is on your left. For the Sydney International Shooting Centre Liverpool, located at Cecil Park, the route is also the same up to the Horsley Drive roundabout. Drive straight on through the roundabout past the Equestrian Centre. Continue down Walgrove Road till you come to the Elizabeth Drive roundabout. Turn right and travel down Elizabeth Drive until you come to the turn-off to the Shooting Centre, which is on your left. For the return journey from the mountain bike course, turn left out of the venue access road onto Darling Street. Bear right into Rooney Avenue. Travel to the end and turn left into Stockdale Crescent. Turn left at the traffic lights into Cowpasture Road. Continue back down Cowpasture Road until you come to the Horsley Drive roundabout. There are signs for Horsley Park and Eastern Creek. Follow the sign to Horsley Park. You're now back on the Horsley Drive. Continue past a blue sign which indicates the direction down Ferrers Road to the Eastern Creek Raceway. At the top of the hill is the Ferrers Road intersection with traffic lights. Continue straight on through the intersection. As you travel down the hill, you'll notice the golf driving range on your right. One kilometre further on, you'll once again come to the Walgrove Road roundabout. The signs are for Horsley Park, Badgerys Creek, Wallacia and Rooty Hill. Prepare to make a right-hand turn around this major roundabout into Walgrove Road, heading for Rooty Hill. You'll also notice a sign for Wonderland Sydney and Sydney. Travelling down Walgrove Road, the Brick Display Centre is now on your right. So is the Eastern Creek Waste Transfer Station. Having travelled past Wonderland Sydney, move into the right-hand lane and prepare to make a right-hand turn onto the M4 motorway heading for Sydney. Drive through the traffic lights and travel across the bridge over the M4 motorway. Turn right onto the on-ramp heading for Sydney. You're now travelling east towards Sydney on the M4 motorway. Before reaching the toll booths, you'll pass 4 major exit roads. Once through the toll booths, you'll need to keep left and look for the turn-off to Hill Road and Homebush Bay. After passing under the Stubb Street overpass, the Milton Street pedestrian bridge and driving past the Silverwater Road exit, you'll cross Haslam's Creek. The turn-off to Homebush is immediately after the Haslam's Creek Bridge. Prepare to turn left. Make a left-hand turn into Hill Road. Turn left to the Olympic Village Transport Mall or continue along Hill Road to other venues at Sydney Olympic Park. The return journey from the Equestrian Centre is very similar. From the main entrance, turn right onto Walgrove Road. Travel straight on through the Horsley Drive Walgrove Road roundabout towards Wonderland Sydney. Once again, the Brick Display Centre and the Eastern Creek Waste Transfer Station are on your right. Wonderland Sydney is on your left. Having travelled past Wonderland Sydney, move into the right-hand lane and prepare to make a right-hand turn onto the M4 motorway heading for Sydney. Drive through the traffic lights and travel across the bridge over the M4 motorway. Turn right onto the on-ramp heading for Sydney. The journey along the M4 motorway to Sydney Olympic Park is identical to the return journey from the mountain bike course. For the return journey from the Sydney International Shooting Centre, turn right from the venue access road back onto Elizabeth Drive. Travel east along Elizabeth Drive until you come to the major roundabout. You'll notice a sign on the left indicating Cabramatta Liverpool straight ahead and Rooty Hill Richmond to the left. We're going to turn left onto Walgrove Road and head for Rooty Hill and Richmond. You'll also see signs for Wonderland Sydney and Sydney. You're now heading north. As you travel down Walgrove Road, you'll notice some large communication towers off to your right. Shortly afterwards, you'll see a sign for the Equestrian Centre and the Western Sydney Regional Park. You'll drive past the access road to the park on your right. you'll drive past the Equestrian Centre, also on your right. Followed by the roundabout at the Horsley Drive intersection. Travel straight on through the Horsley Drive Woolgrove Road roundabout towards Wonderland Sydney. Travelling down Woolgrove Road, the Brick Display Centre is now on your right. So is the Eastern Creek Waste Transfer Station. Having travelled past Wonderland Sydney, move into the right-hand lane and prepare to make a right-hand turn onto the M4 motorway heading for Sydney. Drive through the traffic lights and travel across the bridge over the M4 motorway. Turn right onto the on-ramp heading for Sydney. The journey along the M4 motorway to Sydney Olympic Park is identical to the return journey from the mountain bike course and the Equestrian Centre. To recap, firstly the return journey from the mountain bike course to Sydney Olympic Park. Turn left from the venue access road onto Darling Street, bear right into Rooney Avenue and left into Stockdale Crescent. At the traffic lights, turn left onto Cowpasture Road and travel straight to the Horsley Drive roundabout. Bear left through the roundabout onto the Horsley Drive. Cross over Ferrers Road and continue down the Horsley Drive to the Woolgrove Road roundabout. Turn right around the roundabout onto Woolgrove Road and follow the signs for Wonderland Sydney. Pass Wonderland Sydney on your left, cross over the traffic lights and turn right down the on-ramp to the M4 motorway heading for Sydney. On the M4 motorway, you'll drive past 4 exit roads before reaching the toll booths. After the toll booths, pass under the Stubb Street overpass, the pedestrian footbridge and the Silverwater Road exit. Prepare to turn left after Haslam's Creek, down the off-ramp to Hill Road and Sydney Olympic Park. From the Equestrian Centre, turn right from the venue access road and drive down Woolgrove Road to the roundabout. Travel straight on through the roundabout heading for Wonderland Sydney and the M4 motorway. Once you've passed Wonderland Sydney, prepare to turn right down the on-ramp onto the M4 motorway heading for Sydney. The journey along the M4 motorway to Homebush is now identical to the mountain bike route. For the return journey from the Sydney International Shooting Centre, turn right from the venue access roads onto Elizabeth Drive. Travel to the roundabout and turn left down Woolgrove Road. Drive past the Equestrian Centre to the Horsley Drive roundabout. Travel straight on through the roundabout and head for the M4 motorway. Once again, the remainder of this route is identical to the mountain bike and Equestrian Centre routes.
The regatta route serves the Sydney International Regatta Centre and the Penrith Whitewater Stadium. It's one of 3 Western Sydney routes using the M4 motorway. On leaving the Olympic Village, turn right onto Hill Road and travel towards the M4 motorway. This route is characterised by a lengthy journey along the M4 motorway towards Penrith. This is an example of the signs you'll see on the route at games time. You'll pass under the motorway at first and make a left-hand turn up the western on-ramp. The signs are for Parramatta and Penrith. Rowing originated as a means of transport in ancient Egypt. It later developed as a sport through the watermen who worked on the River Thames in London. Rowing is an original Olympic sport. It was included on the program for the first modern Olympic Games in Athens in 1896. Women's events were included for the first time at Montreal in 1976. In Sydney, there will be 8 men's and 6 women's events. At Atlanta, Australia's rowers returned 2 gold, 1 silver and 3 bronze medals. After the toll booths, continue heading west. You will pass 8 major exit roads before reaching the Northern Road, which is the turn-off point for the Regatta Centre and the Penrith Whitewater Stadium. After the Prospect Highway exit, you'll travel past a service centre on both sides of the M4 motorway. Shortly after, you'll notice a large warehouse on your right. Keep heading west. The 6th exit on your journey out west to the Regatta Centre is Walgrove Road. You'll see signs to Wonderland Sydney, an amusement park, on your left. If you were going to the Equestrian Centre, the mountain bike course, the Sydney International Shooting Centre or the softball and baseball, this is the exit you would take from the M4 motorway. For now though, continue straight on. You have 2 more exits to pass by before reaching the Northern Road. Remember, you're going to Penrith. Continuing west, the 7th exit is Erskine Park Roper Road, followed shortly after by another large warehouse complex on your right-hand side. Your turn-off, the Northern Road, is next. The first indication of it is this sign which says Northern Road exit 5 kilometres. It's time to move into the left lane and prepare for your exit from the M4 motorway. You'll pass a blue sign that says International Regatta Centre, Whitewater Stadium, use next exit. We're getting close. Before you bear left onto the Northern Road exit, you'll also see a sign for the Nepean Hospital and the University of Western Sydney. At the top of the exit ramp, you're going to make a right-hand turn along the Northern Road towards Penrith and Windsor. You'll drive through 8 sets of traffic lights before turning left into Andrews Road and the approach to the Regatta Centre. These intersections are the Northern Road and Castle Road. The Northern Road with Maxwell Street and Bryngelly Road. After this intersection, the Northern Road becomes Parker Street. Continue through the Parker Street and Jamison Road intersection. Derby Street. Shortly after this intersection, you'll see the Nepean Hospital on your right. Parker Street with High Street off to the left and the Great Western Highway on the right. Almost immediately after this intersection, you'll cross over the railway line. Just beyond this intersection is a sign saying Regatta Centre, Whitewater Stadium, 7 kilometres. Parker Street with Copeland to the left and Victoria Street on the right is the next intersection you'll go through. Also on the right-hand corner is St Dominic's High School. On the left is a new sign saying Regatta Centre 6 kilometres. Parker Street and Corrine Avenue. On the other side of this intersection, Parker Street becomes Richmond Road. The last major intersection before Andrews Road is Dunevard Road. The next intersection is the one we want, Andrews Road. Prepare to turn left. As you turn left, you'll notice a sign on the corner to the Regatta Centre. Travel past the Andrews Road Baseball Complex and the Nepean Rugby Park until you come to an intersection featuring a major roundabout. On the other side of the roundabout, Andrews Road becomes Castlereagh Road. The crossroad is Cranebrook Road. If you drive straight ahead through the roundabout, you'll get to the Regatta Centre. If you turn right, you would be headed for the Whitewater Stadium. Travel straight on through the roundabout into Castlereagh Road. A sign on your right says Regatta Centre 1 kilometre. By now you'll be seeing the Regatta Centre on your right-hand side. All entrances to the Regatta Centre are from Castlereagh Road. The second access road is to the set-down point for spectators and sponsors. The third access road is for cars and buses. You'll notice that there are people at the entrance gates to check access permits and personal accreditation. After the drop-off, drive back to the same exit you came in by and turn left onto Castlereagh Road. If you're travelling to the Penrith Whitewater Stadium from Sydney Olympic Park, the journey would be identical to the Sydney International Regatta Centre route up to the roundabout on Andrews Road. Here you'd make a right-hand turn around the roundabout into Cranebrook Road. And follow the signs to the Penrith Whitewater Stadium. The Whitewater Stadium is next door to the Regatta Centre. Travel a few hundred metres down Cranebrook Road and turn left into McCarthy's Lane. Canoe and kayak has been on the Olympic program since the Berlin 1936 Olympic Games. In Sydney, canoe and kayak will have two disciplines, sprint, which will be conducted on flat water at the Regatta Centre, and slalom, a spectacular whitewater event which will be conducted here at the Whitewater Stadium. Turn left at the gate into the venue access road. Traffic flows, pick-up and set-down points at the stadium are as indicated on the site map. To recap the journey, once leaving Sydney Olympic Park via Hill Road, turn left onto the M4 motorway. Drive west towards Penrith until you reach the Northern Road exit. Leave the M4 motorway and travel along the Northern Road, which becomes Parker Street and then Richmond Road, until you reach Andrews Road. Turn left and travel down Andrews Road until you come to a major roundabout at Cranebrook Road. Travel straight on through the roundabout to get to the Sydney International Regatta Centre. Turn right at the roundabout to drive to the Penrith Whitewater Stadium. For the return journey to Sydney Olympic Park, turn left onto Castlereagh Road. And travel towards the major roundabout at Cranebrook Road. Drive straight on through the roundabout. This road now becomes Andrews Road. The sign in front of you says Andrews Road, Windsor to M4 motorway. If you are coming from the Penrith Whitewater Stadium, you'll make a right-hand turn from McCarthy's Lane onto Cranebrook Road. And then almost immediately, prepare to make a left turn at the roundabout onto Andrews Road. The return route for both the Regatta Centre and the Whitewater Stadium to Sydney Olympic Park is now identical. As you approach the junction of Andrews Road and Richmond Road, prepare to make a right-hand turn. Turn right. You'll be travelling south towards the M4 motorway. As in your outward journey, you'll cross 8 major intersections before reaching the M4 motorway. These are Dunebord Road, Richmond Road and Corrine Avenue. On the other side of this intersection, Richmond Road becomes Parker Street. Keep travelling south. Parker Street, with Copeland on the right and Victoria Street on the left. You'll see a sign saying Sydney Blue Mountains via the M4 motorway. Parker Street, with High Street off to the right and the Great Western Highway to the left. The Nepean Hospital will also be on your left. Derby Street, Parker Street and Jamieson Road. Keep going straight on. Parker Street crossing Maxwell Street and Bringelly Road. Once you've crossed this intersection, Parker Street becomes the Northern Road. Northern Road and Castle Road. Shortly after this shopping centre on your right, you'll pass a sign for the M4 motorway and Sydney. Turn left. You're now travelling east on the M4 motorway towards Sydney. Before reaching the toll booths, you will pass 6 major exit roads. Once through the toll booths, you'll need to keep left and look for the turn-off to Hill Road and Homebush Bay. After passing under the Stubb Street overpass, under the Milton Street pedestrian bridge and the Silverwater Road exit, you'll cross Haslam's Creek. The turn-off to Homebush Bay is immediately after the Haslam's Creek Bridge. Prepare to turn left. Turn left into Hill Road. Turn left to the Olympic Village Transport Mall or continue along Hill Road to other venues in Sydney Olympic Park. To recap the journey, exit from the Regatta Centre is via Castlereagh Road, through the roundabout and onto Andrews Road. Exit from the Whitewater Stadium is via McCarthy's Lane and Cranebrook Road. Turn left at the roundabout onto Andrews Road. From this point on, both routes are the same. From Andrews Road, turn right onto Richmond Road and follow the signs for the M4 motorway and Sydney. Richmond Road becomes Parker Street and then the Northern Road. Turn left from the Northern Road onto the M4 motorway. Travel past 6 exits to the toll booths. After the toll booths, pass under the Stubb Street overpass and the pedestrian bridge. Drive past the Silverwater Road exit, cross Haslam's Creek and turn left onto Hill Road. Travel along Hill Road to the Olympic Village Transport Mall.
The softball route will serve the softball and baseball centres at Aquilina Reserve Blacktown. The route is one of 3 Western Sydney routes using the M4 motorway. It features M4 motorway conditions for most of the way, followed by a journey through Eastern Creek and Rooty Hill. On leaving the Olympic Village, turn right onto Hill Road and travel towards the M4 motorway. You'll pass under the M4 motorway first and make a left-hand turn up the Western approach ramp. This is an example of some of the signs you'll see en route at games time. Follow the sign for Parramatta and Penrith. Softball, a game derived from baseball, was invented in 1887 in the USA and was originally played indoors. It's also been known as kitten ball or mush ball. First included on the Olympic program at the Atlanta Games 1996, only women compete at softball in the Olympic Games. Baseball is known as America's national pastime. It first joined the Olympic program in Barcelona in 1992 and was also on the program at the Atlanta Games in 1996. In the past, baseball was only open to amateur athletes, but in Sydney in 2000, the competition will also be open to professional baseballers. After the toll booths, continue heading west. You'll pass 5 major exit roads before reaching Walgrove Road, which is where we leave the M4 motorway for the softball and baseball centres, Aquilina Reserve, Blacktown. After the Prospect Highway exit, you'll travel past a service facility on both sides of the M4 motorway, followed shortly by a large warehouse on your right. Keep heading west. It's after these landmarks that you should prepare for your exit left from the M4 motorway onto Walgrove Road. You'll see signs to Wonderland Sydney and the Australian Wildlife Park on your left. Prepare to bear left onto the Walgrove Road exit. Walgrove Road is an important junction relating to a number of venues west of Homebush Bay. For example, if you'd stayed on the M4 motorway, you'd be heading for the Sydney International Regatta Centre and the Penrith Whitewater Stadium at Penrith. If you'd exited the M4 motorway here and turned left at the top of the exit ramp, you'd be heading for the mountain bike course, the Equestrian Centre and the Sydney International Shooting Centre. Turning right at the top of the exit ramp, as we are going to do now, will take you to the softball and baseball centres at Aquilina Reserve. At the top of the ramp, turn right and head north towards Rooty Hill. The signs are for Rooty Hill and Richmond. Cross over the M4 motorway. You'll notice a major intersection coming up soon after you've turned onto Walgrove Road. It's the intersection of Walgrove Road and the Great Western Highway. You'll also see a sign for Mount Druitt Hospital. Continue straight on through over the intersection. On the other side of the highway, Walgrove Road becomes Rooty Hill Road South. Continue straight on. You're going to pass 5 streets on the left before getting to the lights at Evans Road, then 2 more side streets on the left. After passing over Evans Road, prepare to turn right at Eastern Road. It comes up quite soon after the intersection, so move over to the right as soon as you can. You'll notice a sign on the corner to Windsor and Richmond and a blue sign indicating the direction to a steel mill. Follow these signs onto Eastern Road. You're now approaching the intersection of Eastern Road and Phillip Parkway. Prepare to make a left-hand turn into Phillip Parkway. You'll notice a sign on the right to Windsor and Richmond. You'll also notice softball and baseball centres, Aquilina Reserve Blacktown on your right. Once you've turned into Phillip Parkway, the venue is on your right. Prepare to turn right straight away because the entrance to the set down and pickup point comes up almost immediately after you've made your turn into Phillip Parkway. To recap, leave Sydney Olympic Park via Hill Road. Turn left up the on-ramp and drive onto the M4 motorway. Travel west. Once through the toll booths, you'll drive past 5 exits before reaching Walgrove Road. Leave the M4 motorway at this exit and turn right at the top of the ramp onto Walgrove Road. Continue along Walgrove Road and over the Great Western Highway intersection. Walgrove Road now becomes Rooty Hill Road South. Turn right onto Eastern Road from Rooty Hill Road South and then left onto Phillip Parkway. The entrance to the venues is on your right once you've turned into Phillip Parkway. For the return journey from the softball and baseball centres Aquilina Reserve Blacktown, leave the venue access road and turn left onto Phillip Parkway. Prepare for an immediate right-hand turn at the lights onto Eastern Road. The sign says Eastern Road, Liverpool. Turn right. You are now on Eastern Road. After about 1 kilometre, you'll notice a sign for Rooty Hill Road South and Liverpool. Prepare to turn left at the lights into Rooty Hill Road South. Travel along Rooty Hill Road South across Evans Road. Then the Great Western Highway towards the M4 motorway. Continue over the Great Western Highway. You'll notice signs to the M4 motorway, Wonderland Sydney and Sydney. Keep heading in that direction. Rooty Hill Road South becomes Walgrove Road. Look out for a sign indicating the Sydney turn-off to the M4 motorway. As soon as you see it, prepare to turn left. Drive down the on-ramp onto the M4 motorway, travelling towards Sydney. Before reaching the toll booths, you will pass 4 exit roads. Once through the toll booths, you'll need to keep left and look for the turn-off to Hill Road and Homebush Bay. After passing under the Stubb Street overpass, the Milton Street pedestrian bridge, and driving past the Silverwater Road exit, you'll cross Haslam's Creek. The turn-off to Homebush Bay is immediately after the Haslam's Creek Bridge. Prepare to turn left. Make a left-hand turn into Hill Road. Turn left to the Olympic Village Transport Mall or continue along Hill Road to other venues in Sydney Olympic Park. To recap the journey, exit from the Softball and Baseball Centre's Aquilina Reserve Blackdown via the Venue Access Road. Turn left onto Phillip Parkway. Turn right onto the Eastern Road and left onto Rooty Hill Road South. Follow the signs for the M4 motorway. Rooty Hill Road South becomes Wallgrove Road after the Great Western Highway intersection. Follow the signs for Sydney onto the M4 motorway. Pass 4 exit roads on the M4 motorway before reaching the toll booths. After the toll booths, travel under the Stubb Street overpass, under a pedestrian footbridge. Drive past the Silverwater Road exit. After you've driven across the Haslam's Creek Bridge, look for the Hill Road exit to Homebush Bay and Sydney Olympic Park.
The velodrome route will serve the sport of track cycling at the Dunkgrey Velodrome, Bankstown. The route also shares its northern sector with the Menai and Miranda regional bus routes. On leaving the Olympic Village Transport Mall, turn right onto Hill Road and travel towards Parramatta Road. This is an example of the signs you'll see on the route during games time. Drive under the M4 motorway and travel straight ahead to Parramatta Road. Don't go on the M4 motorway. Prepare for a right-hand turn onto Parramatta Road. Turn right onto Parramatta Road following the signs for Auburn. This is what the right-hand turn looks like at night. As soon as you've turned into Parramatta Road, prepare for a left-hand turn at John Street, which is the first set of lights you come to. Turn left and follow the sign for Lidcombe. Cycling track events have been contested at the Olympic Games since Athens in 1896. Today's Olympic program includes 12 events which are conducted on a velodrome track. Keep travelling straight along John Street. You will pass 6 streets on your right before preparing to make a right-hand turn into the 7th Street, Berea Street. Turn right into Berea Street. Travel straight along Berea Street. Drive through a small roundabout. Prepare for a left-hand turn at the traffic lights up ahead. Turn left at the lights onto Olympic Drive. Follow the sign for Lidcombe and Bankstown. This is what the turning looks like at night. Shortly after the turning, you'll notice a motel on your left. Wyatt Park is on your right. It's interesting to note that you're sharing part of your journey with the regional bus routes from Menai and Miranda. Cross over the intersection and drive under the railway bridges. Keep travelling straight on. At the next intersection, you'll notice a McDonald's on your left. Continue straight on. You'll notice that after the Kerrs Road intersection, Olympic Drive has become Joseph Street. Continue straight on. On your right, you'll notice the Carnarvon Golf Club. On your left is another Olympic venue, the Media Village. If you were going to the Media Village, you'd turn off here. However, you're going to the Dunkgrey Velodrome. Continue straight on past the Media Village. Cross the intersection at Wiruna Road and pass under another railway bridge. You'll notice a sign that says Joseph Street to Rookwood Road, Bankstown and Menai. Continue straight on. Drive straight through the Muir Street intersection. This is where the regional bus service from Miranda joins this route. Joseph Street has now become Rookwood Road. Cross over the major intersection at Brunker Road and follow the signs to Bankstown and Menai. After this intersection, prepare to turn right at the next set of lights. Follow the signs to Bankstown. At these lights, the road divides and Rookwood Road veers to the right. You need to get into the right-hand lane and turn right, still following the signs for Bankstown. The intersection looks like this at night. You are now approaching the Hume Highway. Prepare for a right-hand turn at the next set of lights following the signs to Liverpool. Turn right onto the Hume Highway. Follow the signs for Bass Hill and Liverpool. You'll be staying on the Hume Highway for approximately 4 kilometres. Drive through the Meredith Street intersection. Drive over the railway line and through the shops at Yagoona. Keep travelling straight on. This is what the road looks like at night. After the Hector Street intersection, prepare for a left-hand turn at the next set of lights into Johnston Road. Turn left into Johnston Road. Almost immediately you will turn left again into Carrisfield Road. Follow Carrisfield Road around to your right. Turn left into Thornton Avenue, which is the second street on your left. Follow Thornton Avenue until you come to a small roundabout. Turn right at the roundabout into Sussman Avenue. Drive the short distance down Sussman Avenue to Carrisfield Road and turn right. You'll see the Dunkgrave Velodrome in front of you. Drive to the set-down and pick-up point for Olympic family cars and buses. To recap the journey, leave the Olympic Village Transport Mall and turn right onto Hill Road. Drive under the M4 motorway to Parramatta Road and turn right. Turn left into John Street and drive to Berea Street. Turn right into Berea Street and travel through a small roundabout to Olympic Drive. Turn left onto Olympic Drive. Continue along Olympic Drive. Drive under 2 railway bridges. Shortly after the bridges, Olympic Drive becomes Joseph Street. Pass the Media Village on your left. Drive under another railway bridge. After the Muir Road lights, Joseph Street becomes Rookwood Road. Continue straight on. After the Brunker Street intersection, turn right at the next set of lights and drive to the Hume Highway. Travel down the Hume Highway, through the shops at Yagoona. Turn left off the Hume Highway at Johnston Road. Turn left into Carrisfield Road, left again into Thornton Avenue and right into Sussman Avenue. Turn right into Carrisfield Road once again and drive to the pick-up and set-down point for Olympic family cars and buses. This is the return route from the Dunkgrave Velodrome to Sydney Olympic Park. For the return journey to Sydney Olympic Park, leave the Olympic family cars and buses pick-up point and drive along Carrisfield Road. Follow Carrisfield Road around to the left until you come to Johnston Road. Turn right into Johnston Road. Prepare immediately for another right-hand turn at the lights from Johnston Road onto the Hume Highway. Turn right. Cross the intersection at Hector Street and continue straight on. You'll be driving on the Hume Highway for the next 4 kilometres. Keep following the signs for Bankstown and Sydney. Drive through the shops at Yagoona. Over the railway line. Keep travelling straight on, heading towards Sydney. Drive through the intersection of Hume Highway and the Boulevard. After this intersection, prepare for a left-hand turn at the next lights at Rookwood Road, heading for Lidcombe and Silverwater. Turn left into Rookwood Road. This is what the turn into Rookwood Road from the highway looks like at night. Prepare for a left-hand turn at the next set of lights, which are only a short distance down the road. At these lights, Rookwood Road turns to the left. You need to turn left and stay on Rookwood Road heading for Lidcombe and Silverwater. The turning looks like this at night. Keep travelling straight along Rookwood Road. Cross the Bronca Road intersection. You'll notice the Greyhound Social Club on your left. Drive straight through the Muir Street intersection. This is where the regional bus service from Miranda joins this route. Rookwood Road has now become Joseph Street. Continue straight on. Drive under the railway bridge. Cross the intersection at Wirroona Road. On your right, you'll notice the other Olympic venue on this route, the Media Village. The golf course is on your left. After the golf course, Joseph Street becomes Olympic Drive. Continue straight on. Drive under the railway bridges. Cross the intersection at Church Street and continue straight on. Prepare for a right-hand turn at the lights into Berea Street. Turn right and drive along Berea Street. Follow the sign for Flemington. Drive through a small roundabout. Prepare for a left-hand turn at the end of Berea Street into John Street, still heading for Flemington. Keep driving down John Street. Prepare for a right-hand turn at the lights at the T-junction at Parramatta Road. And straight away, prepare for a left-hand turn into Hill Road at the next lights. Turn left into Hill Road. Drive under the M4 motorway and continue on to the Olympic Village. Turn left to the Olympic Village Transport Mall or continue on to other venues at Sydney Olympic Park. To recap the journey, leave Dunkgrave Velodrome via Carrisfield Road. Turn right into Johnston Street and right again onto the Hume Highway. Drive along the Hume Highway until you come to Rookwood Road. Turn left onto Rookwood Road. Travel along Rookwood Road, which becomes Joseph Street and then Olympic Drive, to Berea Street. Turn right into Berea Street and drive to John Street. Turn left into John Street and drive to Parramatta Road. Turn right onto Parramatta Road and then left into Hill Road to the Olympic Village Transport Mall.
The sailing route is the second of two journeys to competition venues in the eastern suburbs. Travelling from the city, the route is via William Street, Bayswater Road, New South Head Road and New Beach Road. As you'll be picking up from a number of locations in the city, George Street becomes a central entry and exit corridor in the CBD. Turn east from George Street into Park Street and drive straight on, over the lights at Pitt Street, Castlereagh Street and Elizabeth Street. At the Sydney 2000 Olympic Games, races will be contested on the harbour and off Sydney Heads. Thousands of people will see racing for free from the foreshore. The base for Olympic sailing is Rushcutters Bay Sailing Marina. Drive over the lights at College Street. Park Street now becomes William Street. The Australian Museum is on the right-hand corner. Ahead of you in the distance is the famous Coca-Cola sign at King's Cross. You're now heading east towards Edgecliff. As you travel along William Street, you'll drive through 5 sets of lights. You'll notice that William Street now veers to the right and enters a tunnel. The sign is for Bayswater Road. Veer right and enter the tunnel. Once you've exited the tunnel, the road is Bayswater Road. You'll pass under a pedestrian footbridge. Be aware of traffic merging from the left, because soon you'll also need to be on the left. Drive through the lights at McLaughlin Avenue and move into the left-hand lane when it's safe. Bayswater Road has now become New South Head Road. Rushcutters Bay Park is now on your left. Prepare for a left-hand turn at the next intersection, which is New Beach Road. Turn left into New Beach Road. Rushcutters Bay Park is still on your left. Ahead of you is the Sailing Marina car park. Follow the signs to the drop-off point and return to the city. For the return journey, drive back along New Beach Road to New South Head Road. Prepare to turn right. Turn right onto New South Head Road. An elevated railway line and a service station are on your left. Travel straight on. You'll notice a sign for King's Cross in the city. You'll need to go to the city. Drive under the pedestrian footbridge towards the tunnel. You're now heading back to the city. Once you exit the tunnel, you're back on William Street again. The Sydney CBD is in front of you in the distance. Keep driving straight ahead along William Street. Cross over College Street onto Park Street. Keep driving along Park Street to George Street. George Street is the central spine to the city. From George Street, you can reach any one of a number of locations in the CBD. To recap, leave the CBD via George Street. Turn into Park Street and drive straight on, cross over College Street. Park Street becomes William Street. The large Coca-Cola sign at King's Cross is in front of you in the distance. Drive straight along William Street. Veer right into the tunnel under King's Cross heading for Edgecliff. When you exit the tunnel, you're travelling on Bayswater Road. Keep driving straight along Bayswater Road, which becomes New South Head Road. When Rushcutters Bay Park is beside you on the left, prepare for a left-hand turn into New Beach Road. Drive down New Beach Road and follow the signs to the drop-off and pick-up point. For the return journey, turn right from New Beach Road onto New South Head Road. Drive straight on, through the tunnel, onto William Street. Continue down William Street, cross College Street, where William Street becomes Park Street, and continue straight on to George Street and the CBD.
The Technical Officials route will transport officials between Sydney Olympic Park and the Technical Officials Village at Sydney University Camperdown. It will also link with other routes to take officials to various competition venues. Once on Homebush Bay Drive, you will be heading north towards Ryde. Sydney Olympic Park is on your left. Drive straight on. It's interesting to note that a large part of the journey is common with other Olympic routes. At the end of Homebush Bay Drive, you will come to a set of traffic lights, at which point Concord Road joins from the right. Keep driving straight on. Homebush Bay Drive ends at these lights and becomes Concord Road on the other side. You continue straight on. Head downhill towards Ryde Bridge and the Parramatta River. On your right is Brays Bay Reserve. Drive over the Parramatta River via the Ryde Bridge. On the other side of the bridge, Concord Road becomes Church Street. You are now going to drive through 3 sets of lights before turning right at Victoria Road and heading for Sydney. However, stay in the left-hand lane as you travel up Church Street, because in order to access the Victoria Road on-ramp, you have to veer left to turn right. Follow the signs for Parramatta, Gladesville, Sydney, Victoria Road. Bear left, following the signs to Victoria Road. Turn right onto Victoria Road at the top of the ramp. You'll notice St Anne's Church on your left. You'll notice from the map that you'll be staying on Victoria Road for quite a while, approximately 10 kilometres. You will pass numerous intersections and cross 3 bridges on your trip along Victoria Road. The first major intersection on this part of Victoria Road is at Blaxland Road, which joins Victoria Road from the left. Drive straight on through. Soon after, you will start driving uphill again. After this, you'll notice the Ryde Aquatic Leisure Centre on your right, another Olympic venue where the water polo competition is held. Shortly after travelling through the Manning Road intersection, you'll notice the old Gladesville Hospital on your right. On your left is a new subdivision called Botanic Cove. Just after the Crown Street intersection, you'll start seeing signs for Sydney. You are getting near the approach ramps for the Gladesville Bridge. Keep to the left and follow the signs for Sydney onto the Gladesville Bridge. Gladesville Bridge is the first bridge on Victoria Road. Once off the bridge, you'll notice a service station on your right-hand side. Continue straight on. You are still on Victoria Road and you are now in the suburb of Drummoyne. At the top of the hill, you will pass through an intersection at Lyons Road. Keep travelling straight on. The suburb of Drummoyne is characterised by shops and businesses on both sides of the road. You are now approaching the Iron Cove Bridge, the second bridge on Victoria Road. On your left is the Birkenhead Marina and Shopping Centre. On your right is Iron Cove. You are now in the suburb of Rozelle. Cross straight over the Darling Street intersection and travel down the hill. Move into the right-hand lane. Your journey along Victoria Road is coming to an end. Soon you'll be travelling through the suburb of Annandale towards Sydney University. Drive under the footbridge. You'll notice from the map that at the next set of lights, the road going off to the right is the crescent. Move into the left-hand lane as soon as possible after making the turn into the crescent. Roselle Bay is on your left. Drive through a set of lights at James Craig Road. Travel straight on. Make sure you're in the left-hand lane and follow the crescent around to the left at the next set of lights, heading for Annandale and Glebe. Turn left and drive straight along the crescent. Move into the right-hand lane and prepare to turn right at the next lights under the railway bridge into Johnston Street. Johnston Street is a long straight road. In the distance, on your right, you'll notice a prominent church steeple. Drive straight along Johnston Street towards the steeple. Near the end of Johnston Street, you'll notice a sign for Parramatta Road and the city to your left. Prepare for a left-hand turn onto Parramatta Road. Travel straight along Parramatta Road, heading for the city. The University of Sydney is not far away. You'll travel through 4 sets of traffic lights before you're going to leave Parramatta Road. Keep following the signs to the city. After the Church Street lights, prepare for a right-hand turn at the next intersection, which is Missenden Road. Travel straight along Missenden Road. Sydney University is on your left. Accommodation for technical officials will be at a number of Sydney University colleges. Access to some of them are in Missenden Road. Or in Carillion Avenue, a left-hand turn from Missenden Road at the roundabout just past the Royal Prince Alfred Hospital. To recap the journey, once on Homebush Bay Drive, travel north towards Ryde. Homebush Bay Drive becomes Concord Road. Cross the Ryde Bridge and travel uphill on Church Street to Victoria Road. Turn right onto Victoria Road. Keep travelling along Victoria Road, heading towards Sydney. You'll drive over the Gladesville Bridge and the Iron Cove Bridge. Drive to the intersection of Victoria Road and the Crescent. Turn right onto the Crescent and head for Annandale and Glebe. Follow the Crescent around Roselle Bay until you get to Johnston Street. Turn right, pass under the railway line and travel straight up Johnston Street to Parramatta Road. Turn left onto Parramatta Road. Drive through 4 sets of lights to Missenden Road. Turn right into Missenden Road and follow the signs to the technical officials' accommodation. The Technical Officials route will transport officials between the Technical Officials Village at Sydney University and Sydney Olympic Park. It will also link with other routes to take officials to various competition venues. Accommodation for technical officials will be at a number of Sydney University colleges. Some of them are in Carillion Avenue and others are in Missenden Road. Drive straight down Missenden Road. Prepare to turn left at the lights onto Parramatta Road. Travel straight along Parramatta Road, heading west. You will travel through 4 sets of traffic lights before you get to your next turn-off. After Bridge Road, prepare to turn right at the next set of lights into Johnston Street. Turn right and travel straight on. Travel to the end of Johnston Street. The church with the spire is now on your left. Keep travelling straight on. Turn left under the railway bridge into the Crescent. Drive along the Crescent. Roselle Bay is on your right. Follow the sign to Victoria Road and ride. This means turning right at the T-junction up ahead and driving along the Crescent because, as the sign indicates, you need to veer into the right-hand lanes in order to turn left onto Victoria Road. Turn left onto Victoria Road. Drive under the footbridge. As a point of interest, it's also at this intersection that the Glebe, Homebush Bay Regional Bus Route and the primary route from the city joins Victoria Road. You'll notice from the map that you're going to stay on Victoria Road for quite a while, approximately 10 kilometres, until you get to Church Street Ryde. As you cross the Iron Cove Bridge, you'll notice the Birkenhead Point Shopping Centre and Marina on your right. It's a typical Sydney water view. Once off the bridge, you're in the suburb of Drummoyne. Here, Victoria Road is characterised by shops and businesses on either side of the road. After Lyons Road, you'll notice a McDonald's on your left. You're now approaching the Gladesville Bridge. The first Gladesville Bridge was opened in 1881 and this bridge replaced it in 1964. While you're on the bridge, move into the left-hand lanes because as you come off it, you're going to bear left towards Ryde and Parramatta. You'll notice in front of you that the road goes off in two directions. To the left is Victoria Road and straight ahead is Burns Bay Road. Stay on Victoria Road and bear left. Follow the signs to Ryde and Parramatta. You are now in the suburb of Gladesville. Keep travelling straight ahead on Victoria Road. On the corner of Victoria Road and Pittwater Road, you'll see a small church on your right. Soon after this intersection, you'll notice a large grey business complex on your left. You're getting close to the Ryde Aquatic Leisure Centre, the other Olympic venue on this route. If you were going to the Aquatic Centre, you'd turn left at the venue access road. We're going to Sydney Olympic Park. Keep travelling straight on Victoria Road. Make sure you're in the left-hand lane after passing through the Blaxland Road intersection because soon you're going to be making a left-hand turn into Church Street. Victoria Road now veers around to the right before you reach the major intersection of Victoria Road and Church Street to the left and Devlin Street to the right. Prepare to turn left. This is where you leave Victoria Road and head directly south towards Homebush Bay. Follow the signs for Homebush Bay. You'll see Sydney Olympic Park in front of you in the distance. You'll also notice a sign for Homebush Bay, Strathfield and Hurstville. Keep travelling down the hill on Church Street towards the Ryde Bridge. Cross the Parramatta River via the Ryde Bridge. On the other side of the bridge, Church Street becomes Concord Road. You'll drive past Brays Bay Reserve on your left. Soon after the reserve, the road divides. You need to veer right. Get in the right-hand lanes, ready to veer right at the traffic lights down Homebush Bay Drive. Follow the signs down Homebush Bay Drive to Homebush Bay, Parramatta and Hurstville. When you see Sydney Olympic Park on your right, look for the direction signs for Olympic family cars and buses. To recap, leave Sydney University either by Carillion Avenue or Missenden Road. Travel down Missenden Road towards Parramatta Road and turn left onto Parramatta Road. Travel down Parramatta Road through 4 sets of lights to Johnston Street. Turn right into Johnston Street. Travel along Johnston Street to the Crescent. Turn left under the railway line onto the Crescent and drive to the next set of lights. Turn right. The road is still the Crescent. Follow the signs for Victoria Road. Turn left onto Victoria Road. Follow Victoria Road for about 10 kilometres until you come to Church Street. On this part of the route, you will cross the Iron Cove Bridge and the Gladesville Bridge. Pass the Ryde Aquatic Leisure Centre on your left. Shortly after this, you will come to the major intersection at Victoria Road and Church Street Ryde. Turn left. Cross the Parramatta River via the Ryde Bridge. After the Ryde Bridge, Church Street becomes Concord Road. From Concord Road, veer right onto Homebush Bay Drive. Travel straight along Homebush Bay Drive to Sydney Olympic Park.
The Technical Officials route will transport officials between Sydney Olympic Park and the Technical Officials Village at Macquarie University. It will also link with other routes to take officials to various Olympic venues. As a point of interest, a number of spectator bus routes are common to this one. Once on Homebush Bay Drive, you'll be heading north towards Ryde. Sydney Olympic Park is on your left. Drive straight on. At the end of Homebush Bay Drive, you'll come to a set of traffic lights. This is where Concord Road joins from the right. Keep driving straight on. Homebush Bay Drive ends at these lights and becomes Concord Road on the other side. You continue straight on. Head downhill towards Ryde Bridge and the Parramatta River. On your right is Brays Bay Reserve. Drive over the Parramatta River via the Ryde Bridge. Once over the bridge, Concord Road becomes Church Street. Continue on. Follow the signs for Ryde and Pymble. Church Street becomes Devlin Street. Move into the middle lanes heading for Ryde. Drive under the Victoria Road overpass. Soon after leaving the tunnel, you'll drive across the Blaxland Road intersection. You're now driving past the Top Ryde Shopping Centre on your right. The Ryde Civic Centre is on your left. You're now approaching a major intersection. You'll notice from the sign that Devlin Street becomes Lane Cove Road and veers around to the right. You need to follow Lane Cove Road around to the right. Follow the signs for Pymble. Keep driving along Lane Cove Road. You're going to drive through 6 sets of traffic lights before you come to a major intersection at Epping Road. After the 4th set of lights, you'll notice the North Ryde Golf Club on your right. You may notice at this point spectator buses deviating from your technical officials route. After the 5th set of lights at Cox's Road, prepare for a left-hand turn onto Epping Road, the elevated roadway in front of you. Drive up the on-ramp to Epping Road. You're now driving along Epping Road towards Epping. Get into the right-hand lane and prepare for a right-hand turn at the first set of lights you come to. This will be the intersection of Epping Road and Herring Road. You'll notice a Stamford Hotel on the corner. Turn right into Herring Road. You'll notice signs to the Macquarie Shopping Centre. Drive straight along Herring Road. Drive through the small roundabout. After the roundabout, follow the signs to the pick-up and set-down point for the technical officials' accommodation. To recap, leave Sydney Olympic Park via Homebush Bay Drive. Head towards Ryde. Drive straight along Homebush Bay Drive, which becomes Concord Road to Ryde Bridge. Cross the Ryde Bridge. Keep travelling straight up Church Street, which becomes Devlin Street. Drive through the tunnel running under Victoria Road. Drive past the Top Ryde Shopping Centre, travel straight on to Lane Cove Road. Drive through 6 sets of traffic lights to Epping Road. Turn left onto Epping Road via the Epping Road on-ramp. Travel along Epping Road to Herring Road and turn right into Herring Road. Drive straight along Herring Road through the small roundabout to the pick-up and set-down point. The Technical Officials route will transport officials between the Technical Officials Village at Macquarie University and Sydney Olympic Park. It will also link with other routes to take officials to various Olympic venues. From the pick-up and set-down point in Herring Road, drive to the intersection of Herring Road and Waterloo Road. Turn right into Waterloo Road. Drive straight ahead and continue on to Lane Cove Road. Turn right onto Lane Cove Road and continue straight on. You're heading south to Homebush Bay. Follow the signs for Ryde and Homebush Bay. Drive under Epping Road. You're now travelling south on Lane Cove Road. Follow the signs for Ryde and Homebush. Continue along Lane Cove Road. You may notice a number of Olympic spectator buses from other routes. You'll notice the North Ryde Golf Club on your left. After the Lane Cove Road and Blaxland Road intersection, Lane Cove Road becomes Devlin Street. You'll notice the Top Ryde Shopping Centre on your left. The Ryde Civic Centre is now on your right. Continue straight on. Travel through the tunnel under Victoria Road. When you come out of the tunnel, you'll notice Sydney Olympic Park ahead of you on the horizon. You're now travelling along Church Street. Follow the signs for Homebush Bay, Strathfield and Hurstville. Keep travelling downhill on Church Street towards the Ryde Bridge. Cross the Parramatta River via the Ryde Bridge. On the other side of the bridge, Church Street becomes Concord Road. You'll drive past Brays Bay Reserve on your left. Soon after the reserve, the road divides. You need to veer right. Get in the right-hand lanes ready to veer right at the traffic lights at Homebush Bay Drive. Follow the signs along Homebush Bay Drive to Homebush Bay, Parramatta and Hurstville. When you see Sydney Olympic Park on your right, look for the direction signs for Olympic family cars and buses. To recap the journey, from Herring Road, turn right into Waterloo Road. Continue straight on to Lane Cove Road. Turn right onto Lane Cove Road and drive south towards Homebush Bay. At Top Ryde Shopping Centre, Lane Cove Road becomes Devlin Street. Continue travelling straight on following the signs for Homebush Bay. Drive through the tunnel. Devlin Street becomes Church Street. After the Ryde Bridge, Church Street becomes Concord Road. From Concord Road, veer right into Homebush Bay Drive. Travel straight along Homebush Bay Drive till you see the direction signs that will take you to Sydney Olympic Park and the venue you require.